Zacks rank buys, stocks with a short-term buy or strong buy recommendation. Now, here are more Zacks rank buys. If you want to know about some aggressive growth stocks, you've come to the right place because Bill Wilton is here. He's our aggressive growth stock analyst at Zacks.com, and he has a couple of more aggressive growth stocks that he wants to call to your attention, starting with Urban Outfitters, URBN, the ticker symbol, a specialty retailer.
Yeah, what they do is they offer, as you might guess, more unique urban slanted retail apparel, other items and knickknacks that people will put in their apartments, houses, what have you. But they just reported excellent quarterly results on August 13th. They came in with earnings per share of 29 cents, which beat the Zacks consensus estimate by about 3 cents. Sales were up about 1%. Their margins are up to 17%, so it's a great operating margin. All 23 analysts following those quarterly reports have upwardly revised their full-year estimates, which is great, and we've currently got it ranked as the ¡1 retailer according to the Zacks rank. So it's a great company in an industry that's doing surprisingly well given the economy.
Yep.
Here you can see it did slip to a Zacks rank #2, but you know that really doesn't have anything to do with its earnings situation. One of the factors is timeliness of these revisions. So their upward estimate revisions might be a little bit older than some of the new companies, you know, out with the old and with the new, essentially. So as they continue to see upward revisions, you know, I wouldn't be surprised to see that back up to a #1 very soon, because they obviously have the magnitude, the upside, and the agreement. They just need the timeliness. Right now, they're range bound since that earnings announcement. Shares are settling down a little bit. So we're looking for some direction here, either breaking out, you know, above that resistance, which is obviously what we're hoping for. But it does have the aid of that support level if it does take a few more tries.
All right, and then there's EV Energy Partners, EVEP, the ticker symbol. They are a master limited partnership, right, that operates in the natural gas space?
Correct. And they're one of the top domestic explorers that we've got according to the Zacks rank. Their production is up 23% last quarter. They had an 11-cent surprise when they came in at 70 cents per share last quarter. They've actually got exponential growth. We're looking at literally over 500% growth compared to their earnings per share last year to what the Zacks consensus estimate is this year. The other reason I like them is they've got a very minimal debt to equity ratio, which is not very common for the industry. A lot of these people are very leveraged, and they continue to have a high ROE, the return on equity, which a lot of people only get through leveraging with that debt. So they've got low debt, but yet maintain a high ROE, which is fantastic. Here you can see that they're actually a pretty good value as well. They're trading at under 10 times forward earnings, which means we're getting those growth rates at a reasonable price. I talk about that frequently.
Yep.
GARP. And the chart looks good. We've got a nice upward trend here. There is a lot of noise in this partnership because you can see the volatility, but this long-term trend line here is pointing upward, and hopefully it's going to be breaking through that resistance with the help of that upward momentum.
What does that mean? A lot of noise.
Noise
People all
is
in a room yelling at each other?
Well, essentially, it's a bunch of traders yelling at each other, making the stock go up and down. But if you look at, if you zoom out far enough, you're going to see the trend line there. Noise is just, the up and down.
Okay.
Doesn't really have any effect on the overall movement of the stock, but it's just a lot of up and down. So that's what we call noise.
All right, and remember you learned it here. Do you own either of these two?
I do not.
All right, if you want to read more about these stocks or other aggressive growth stocks that Bill has written about, go to Zacks.com's homepage and click on the headline that's right next to the aggressive growth category listed in the upper right-hand corner of the homepage. It'll take you right to the most current stock that Bill has written about and an archive of some others. With Bill Wilton, I'm Terry Ruffalo.